The Western Community College Area Board of Governors are entering the home stretch of selecting their top choice for WNCC's new college president. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Western Community College Area Board of Governors held a special meeting this morning to hammer out the final interview questions, discuss and consider their selections, and consider appointing WNCC's new college president. Back in May, the WCCA Board of Governors set their timeline for their presidential search, and this week, their 6-month endeavor begins to wind down. Yesterday, the two finalists participated in a community forum to field questions from the public about their visions about leading WNCC. Dr. Timothy Alvarez went first and says it's very important for the college to be engaged and involved throughout the college area.
Opportunities for us to interact and engage with others. Because you never know when you're out in the community, you're on a board, you're talking with somebody, and that idea comes up. So it's really, in my mind, critical. If this community is going to thrive, we need to be engaged.
Next was finalist number 2, Dr. Carmen Simone, and she shared her thoughts on being involved in the community as well.
When I was sitting at the same table with the faculty, I could actually give feedback or input or comments during the conversation so that it was more of an instantaneous feedback. And I loved that. That was great. And I felt very welcome in those meetings.
This morning, Pam Fisher with ACCT Searches told the Board of Governors that they had to ask the two finalists the exact same questions during today's final interview.
So you can follow up on their comments. As much as possible, however, we want to ask both candidates the same questions so that it's a fair, level playing field. So that's important.
The board could make their decision by as early as this week for their selection for Dr. Todd Holcomb's replacement, and according to their preset timeline, the new president would begin duties before the start of the next semester. Well, the new business has submitted an LB 840 funding application to the City of Scottsbluff for an operation to grow hemp seed, process the crop, and ultimately retail some of the resulting products. Western Farms LLC is asking for just over $1.8 million to offset initial expenses and provide capital to launch a project that the partners say would grow the local economy, support Nebraska farmers, and enhance quality of life. Under the plan that will go before the city's LB 840 review committee tomorrow, 17 new jobs would be added to the current 5 employees in the first year, with 64 positions to be added in year 2 of its operations. 41 of the total positions would be full-time, and wages would range from $16 to $50 per hour. The partnership purchased the former Aulick TLC building on Avenue B back in September for $1 million. Western Farms projects payroll and other expenditures in the local economy of nearly $16 million over a 3-year period. However, expansion of crop production is dependent on approval of UNL and state ag department officials. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with his comprehensive weather forecast. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC & More has gifts for the holidays. The Christmas decor is up, and we're ready to help you make your holiday festive. From Santas to realistic flickering candles to give your home a warm glow. Next, check out our clothing and accessories for women, like stylish gloves and Myra bags. Finally, pamper yourself or a loved one with soaps and lotions. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC & More, downtown Scottsbluff. And we've extended our children's educational materials.
Sure, you can get a premium steak at a steakhouse. No surprise there. but real petite filet steak sandwiches at an Arby's house? Surprise there. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, how about a nice evening tonight? Another one, really. No major complaints, clear skies, temps fall down into the 20s overnight. That is really not bad for this time of year. Lots of sunshine to start tomorrow. It's mainly quiet. Going to be a bit breezy Saturday and Monday. Those are a couple of days that look like they're going to be breezier than others. Otherwise, mild temps continue, and then it is going to turn colder late next week. That's it, though. Nothing really happening out there. Yesterday, we hit 51 after a morning low of 34 is all. 23 is our normal low this time of year, so not doing bad. Ooh, look at that record low back in 1916 at 21 below zero. We're certainly a lot closer to record highs than record lows. Nothing here in the rain gauge the last couple of days, starting to fall a little further behind for the month. 40 in Laramie, 46 in Denver, 43 Scottsbluff, just 35 right now in Norfolk. Hastings checks in at 43. We have upper 30s, low 40s here across our region. Winds are fairly light, under 10 miles an hour, so we don't have much to worry about in the way of wind chills. Let's get on the bus tomorrow with mainly sunny skies. We're going to see temps in the upper 20s when you hop on that bus. Heading home, about 60 with partly cloudy skies. Really not a bad looking evening and not a bad looking day tomorrow coming our way either. Clearing skies tonight across the area, and we're going to have nice comfortable temperatures, slightly above normal for lows overnight, into the 20s, but mid and upper 20s at that for most all of us. So really not a bad looking night at all, and tomorrow really a dandy day. Winds are going to be light all day, and temperatures are going to warm under that sunshine out there, and not much happening. Late tomorrow afternoon, a couple of clouds. That's it. Otherwise, bright sunshine overhead and really nothing to get in our way of any concerns out there as we go through tomorrow. And look at these temps warming into the 60s. 68 in Kimball tomorrow for a high. Yeah, 63 in Alliance, 61 in Mullen, 59 up in Valentine. So in our temperature tonight, down into the mid and upper 20s under partly cloudy skies. Winds tomorrow going to be light and variable. Lots of sun. It's a dandy day. 64 degrees tomorrow. Going to be the pick of the weekend, I think, as we go into the rest of the weekend, though. Not bad. It's going to be a bit breezy, as we mentioned, Saturday. Temps, though, in the mid-50s still. And again, breezy conditions come in again Monday, but look at Tuesday, back into the low 60s again. Mid-50s to start Wednesday. Late, some scattered snow showers along a stronger frontal system. And then late next week, we trend colder with temps in the 30s and 40s. But until then, well above normal temperatures continue here across the region.
Sure, you can get a premium steak at a steakhouse. No surprise there. But real petite filet steak sandwiches at an Arby's house? Surprise there. Arby's, we have the meats.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Welcome back. A Scottsbluff woman who was scheduled to stand trial today for her role in several September 2018 shootings in Scottsbluff has had her case postponed. Alyssa Gomez is accused of providing the gun to Vicente Gonzalez, who was convicted of using and firing a gun to threaten several people during last fall. This morning, Gomez's attorney, Len Tabor, had to withdraw as counsel because he had recently been appointed to represent one of the witnesses in this trial. District Judge Leo de Bravonli directed Gomez to report to court tomorrow to be advised of her new lawyer, but bailiff Agnes Robinson says it could take some time before Gomez's new attorney is ready to stand trial. Well, Gering High School is a Nebraska state finalist in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest for the 4th year in a row. Having advanced to the national winner and national finalist levels in the past, Gering High is the winningest school in the contest's 10-year history, and the students have transformed the local community as well. We're sitting down with Gering teacher Brett Mosier tomorrow morning to talk about this year's STEM project that he and his students are working on for this year's contest. And this week, Twin City Roofing presented the United Way of Western Nebraska with a $5,200 donation. Owners Terry and Paula Schenk wanted to take the devastating hailstorms that hit the communities this summer and turn that into a positive for our communities. The Schenks say that from now until October, they'll be donating $100 to the United Way for each roofing job that they do from these storms. Well, straight ahead, just one game separates the Scottsbluff Bearcats with another trip to the Class B championship football game. Chris Cottrell catches up with the team as they prepare for their rematch against Roncalli.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Well, the time has just about arrived. A shot at a championship is on the line tomorrow night. Scottsbluff and Roncalli. One might say that's all that needs to be said. In a way, that's true, but also there's plenty that needs to be talked about and covered leading up to what could be an epic state semifinal game in Class B tomorrow night in Omaha. Of course, last year's game in the quarterfinals had all the storylines, early turnovers from Scottsbluff, Jack Dotzler and the Pride racing out to the big lead, then the Dotzler injury, and then the monster comeback that resulted in a 62-36 blowout win for the Bearcats. For Scottsbluff this time around, it's a long trip east with a shot to play in the state title game hanging in the balance. Let's start with Cats head coach Judd Hall, who saw his team roll up over 450 yards rushing last week against Norris.
And I think you have to be able to run the football in the playoffs to win. I think if you look at the state championship teams every year, they're teams that have to run the ball and be able to control the clock and change field position with the run game. I think we're built for that. I think we're very good at that, so we're going to see what happens on Friday night.
This game will be more than about two players. That's obvious, and the outcome probably comes down to all the other pieces on both rosters. But the quarterback matchup is one of the best imaginable. Scottsbluff's Sebastian Harsh and Roncalli's Jack Dotzler. Harsh last week, well, he ran 43 times for 275 yards and 5 touchdowns, and he got serious when I asked him about this showdown with Dotzler.
Yeah, it's definitely a chip that I want to put on my shoulder to just show out and make sure that I'm one of the top dudes on the field after the game.
The force of nature in Sebastian Harsh and the dual threat acrobatics of Roncalli's Jack Dotzler. Scottsbluff D coordinator Jake McLean knows his guys need to be on point.
Executing the call and making sure everyone's in their right lane is going to be a big deal because, you know, you leave a crease, he'll find it. He's that good and that special of a player.
So far this year for Dotzler, nearly 3,000 yards passing with 35 touchdowns. Also over 500 on the ground with another 11 touchdowns rushing. Those two will play great. We know that. This one, though, much like last week, feels like it's going to be decided in the trenches on both sides of the football. That's good news for Scottsbluff since they have 6'6" tackle Sam Clarkson opening up holes. Clarkson made the big decision last week to commit to Division II power, Northwest Missouri State.
I'm very excited. Really an easy choice. Great winning culture, and it doesn't hurt having Big Brother there, obviously, and I'm just really excited to get started.
Older brother Austin is starting O-lineman at Northwest right now. The two will have 1 year together on campus. You've got to figure this game tomorrow night features a lot of scoring. Coach McClain knows Roncalli's going to make some plays and find the end zone a few times. So it'll be about some key stops, maybe a turnover, things like that.
We're just going to try and roll with it, hopefully get some pressure, and hopefully make some key plays down the stretch.
Scottsbluff just has so many really good high school football players. They're well coached and they're hungry. It's a great recipe as the head coach looks for another big-time effort tomorrow.
I think we just got to stay disciplined in our game plans. I think our kids are really buying into what we're trying to accomplish as a coaching staff right now. They're feeding off each other and then feeding off what we're trying to do as a team. So I think just go out and execute what we've been working on in practice and see what that does for us on Friday night.
We'd sure love to have you tune in tomorrow for our radio-only broadcast on 106.9 The Trail and KNEB.com. We'll get things started with pregame at 4:30, kickoff at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Winner to play either Scott or Waverly in the Class B state title game. There, I'll say it now, Scottsbluff, Roncalli, enough said. That is the latest today. Our update from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan back to check the community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Christmas is in the air at Compliments for you and your home. Come in today to see all the Christmas decor you'll need to help brighten up your house, from tree decorations to carolers and Santas. We also have beautiful and original ladies' fashions for the holiday season, which appeal to women of all ages and sizes. And for the cold nights, bundle up in some coffee shop clothing. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, it was an outpouring of support Wednesday at the North Platte NRD in Scottsbluff, as more than 3 tons of food were donated and collected for local food service programs. Now in its 3rd year, the annual food drive is a partnership between the NRD, Kelly Bean, Trinidad Benham, Walther Farms, and North Platte NRD staff. The food, dry beans, potatoes, sugar, and fresh produce from the Greener Gardens greenhouse will be donated to Community Action Partnership of Western Nebraska and the local Cat Pack and Pup Pack weekend food programs. General Manager John Burge says the food drive is all about giving back to those who need it most.
Is an opportunity for us to say thank you to our patrons and to recognize that we have people that are hungry in this area. We have people that cannot make ends meet. We have a huge income disparity between those that have and those that have not. And we like to recognize that as employees, as a board, and I know that these companies do as well, that we'll get to in just a moment, to recognize that we need to maybe give a little when we have a little to give.
One of the most remarkable donations was a whopping 576 pounds of vegetables that was grown at the NRD's greenhouse, which has grown leaps and bounds since it first opened in the summer of 2018. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.